till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving boulders. Now we ain't getting posterized, we out here making posters, and we ain't got nothing to hide.
What up? What up? What's up? Welcome into Pregaming here at Sports Money, Monday to Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern. You know what we do up in here. We go through the games, all the late-breaking information, all the line movement information, all the player analysis we can dig in to try to come up with more winning tickets. And we're going to have our work cut out for us tonight, because I think in the history of this show in this time slot, this is the first time we've only had 2 games. Yikes. Because that makes it very difficult, but not to worry. Very soon we will have the NHL, the NBA. We'll have all sports in play. We'll have a sports equinox coming up soon. So we just have to get through today and find our way to get into that cash. That's what we do here, working together to get them bookies. Let's all do the same thing. And I got a couple of plays early. It's hard. I'm not going to lie. It's not easy here. You got 2 games. Man, this first game, woo! Now, I will say, yesterday was not a lot of fun in the NFL for me. I'll tell you what. I was hanging out with my boy, and I was like, look, it's a bad day for the Eagles, and it's a bad day for the Bills. Parlay both teams on the money line on the other side and walk away a W. And boy, when you start your football day that way, end your football day that way, it ain't pretty. It ain't pretty. So now we got this little 2-gamer slate. We got the Tennessee Titans, the Miami Dolphins. Then we've got the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. What to do. We know it's Monday Night Football, but we're going to get into it. We're going to do our best to come up with the winning plays. As I mentioned, I've got a same game parlay in this Tennessee game. I've got a side in the Tennessee game. I've got a teaser for the Seattle game, and I've got a player prop parlay. It's a touchdown parlay between both, with a couple touchdown props sprinkled in. So, look, I'm just going to look at the card. I figure I'll invest about 4 units tonight. We'll show you how I'm going to break it down. We'll talk about, just trying to get the maximum I can out of the card, but hang in the fight for the next day, because obviously when we have to thread the needle, it ain't easy. And that's why we're all here to get it done together. So the best in the business do assemble here. We're ready to go. We're all business in this environment here. This ain't the circus. It's where we go to get paid. Let's go, you guys. I did also, I may have, I'm not sure. I may have become the best content creator in all of YouTube, in the history of YouTube. It might have happened today. Got a show going on out there after 2.5 hours. All they can come up with is content with me. I don't know. I mean, if you are the content and you're not even there, does that make you the greatest content creator of all time? I'm not sure. I said I wasn't going to get into it. I'm not going to get into it. We're just going to leave it there. I think I might be. I'm not sure. But man, we got a lot of fun. We had some bombs on Saturday. Co-main and main events, not the way we wanted. Banged away again with First Strike. Look, wasn't pretty. It wasn't sexy. It was a minus 145 fight to go the distance decision. We got it. But the other 2 that I was jacked up about, man, it was plus 2,000 for Perez to get that sub. It dropped all the way down to 1,200s by game time. And then the immediate next fight, the one that everybody thought was going to go the first round, yeah, you take that in decision. I think that was a little over plus 200. So we got some bombs. We hit some bombs indeed. And and then we were done. 7 hours on stream on Saturday, but it was a lot of fun. It was a great college football day, all in all. Did send some plays out to the members as I promised I would. And we're going to do more stuff like that as well. So supporting you guys that do support us, want to give you guys some exclusives and some specials. We're going to start doing, listen, we've got a big show this week with Dana White Contender Series. Again, that's tomorrow. Believe we're going to be in week 8, if I'm not mistaken. And there's only a couple left. So the game plan strategically around this neck of the woods. We want to finish off our Tuesdays. I told you we're not just going to dip into something and then change it up and this and that. We want to help you guys be able to come in there and be a part of it. So we want to schedule around it. So we're looking to finish off the Dana White Contender Series. Then we're going to reevaluate the live stream schedule. But Saturdays are where the money is made. And frankly, so is Tuesday. How can you not want to keep rolling with Dana White Contender Series? We're stacking units on top of units. Now, this wasn't my best Dana White Contender Series last week, but we will get to it. We will get to all of that in short order. And look, we are rolling. We are mid-season college football. We are wrapping up, week number 4 with the NFL. I believe it's next week that the Second Chance Survivor starts. So we will give away more Second Chance Survivor tickets tomorrow. Tomorrow, we will give away more Second Chance Survivor. I know we gave away quite a few on Saturday. So if you haven't already reached out to MMA Jeff, then do so to get in those entries. And that's all I have to say about that. We've got, again, a tricky card today. I'm going to give you all the numbers I could find that I thought made a factor. I'll share with you the plays that I've got. We'll see if there's 1 or 2 more spots I'm on the fence on a couple. Maybe you guys will share some information that helps me get jacked up about this thing here. And of course, Major League Baseball. What a first game. What a first game that was. Holy cow. First 5 under cashes. It's a little juicy at 4.5, but if you got the 4, you still cashed, right? And this second game. Decision at the last minute for the Braves to take out Chris Sale. What was that? Didn't anybody tell them they need to win to get in? That was a weird number. I did jump in on the Mets pregame plus 1.5 at plus 125. Saw the Chris Sale news. I jumped in on that before they changed the line. I couldn't make sense of it. I mean, I get it. The Braves need to win, but do they need to win that big? They're going to play tomorrow if they win, if I'm not mistaken. So, strange game, but here we are now. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Well, maybe I should update this before I give out that announcement as well here. It does look like we are 5th inning, 1-0, 2 outs. All right. Hang on, boys. Hang on. Hang on for me. I would think that decision to scrap Sale, probably because they were anticipating the split. Shout out to our guy Ramon Scott with the Morning Steam. I heard him talking earlier today about how most doubleheaders are splits. And they want to save Sale for tomorrow, which I don't think is a bad strategic decision, but you got to win today. So personally, both these two teams are on the bottom of my NL East list, and they're not coming off anytime soon. I prefer the Nats. Why? Because they're Patrick Corbin factors. You can get that team, and you get plus money with that team when you're going to play on that team. These two shitbags, you're laying odds or juice or both. I don't like to play in that environment. So we're down to playoff baseball, though. That'll be exciting to get that started. We've got the WNBA tomorrow as well. So let's go. We don't need to keep you guys here all night. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. That's how we know that you enjoy the content that's out here. All the things that we're doing for you guys on the regular. Spenny was out this week. We had to sub in for the NFL prop shop. I think we only got one of those props, though. One prop for the NFL. And it was the extended line for CJ Stroud. I had to think about it for a second. So we'll do more of that. We'll keep doing it. We're going to keep it coming. College football should be back on schedule this week to give you guys some plays on Thursday as well. But let's go. We've got 2 NFL games to talk about tonight. We've got props, we've got sides, we've got totals, we've got trends, we've got angles, we've got player prop trends, we've got parlays, we've got same game parlays, we've got teasers, we've got single sides, debating on a total as well. So it's 2 games, but we'll load it up. Like I said, big thing when you get into some games like these, evaluate. Here's a little coach's corner. Evaluate what you're ultimately willing to lose, right? How many units are you willing to lose in a spot? And I'm usually good with Me personally, I'm good with like 2 units on a game, depending on the situation. Like I might, you guys have seen me do first fives in full games. It's a 2-unit play, right? So if I've got 2 games and I got 2 units per game, that's 4 units. Now it's just a matter of how do we divvy it up. And when I say that, it's because we do have a first touchdown prop score. We've got a bomb anytime touchdown prop score. Those are quarter units right there. So that leaves me with 3.5 units. I do have a half a unit on the same game parlay, brings me up to 1 full unit. And then there's just 3 left between the teaser, the side for the first game, and then I'm splitting. Actually, I guess I'm 5 because I got 2 anytime touchdown props for you guys. So anyhow, let's get to work, you guys. Something's on my screen. It's a touch screen, so you know what happens. You touch it, you're fucked. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Get your pen and paper ready. Let's go, man. Help me make some money tonight. I'm going to lean on the chat tonight. I know I got these spots that are out there. They're big scores. They're big returns because, again, with just these 2 games, it's moonshots, right? At this point, there's really, if you look at these cards and you tell me there's a safe play, feels like opposite day in the NFL. But get the pen and paper out and get your plays in the chat. Let's recognize what you guys are on. Let the butt rubbing commences. One Mexican friend of ours likes to say. Let's go. Joe T, commenter numero uno. Best bet, Titans, Dolphins, 4+ field goals. I like it, Joe. I was just laughing, thinking, both those teams going to get into field goal range? Actually, yesterday I guess Friday when I looked at that game, I was thinking, there's no way this game goes over. No way with these 2 quarterbacks. I don't know. Shout out to Keith, every stride. What's up, Mike? Crazy Met game today. I like the Lions -4 tonight. I like the Lions -4. Voodoo Ranger, like number 6. I appreciate that. I was like number 1 today. I was ready. I had to get the systems all set up for the week. I had to change us to subscriber modes and all that other fun stuff. So I was like number 1 today. But Voodoo Ranger was like number 6. David Wallace in the house. Flea Mathis. Welcome, my guy. Flea Mathis says Lions -3.5. There's Tom Leach. Seahawks +4. Says cash it. Man. We're a house to 5. We haven't even gotten started. Let's go, oldie. Shout out to you, my guy. Says sports money, Uncle Mike. Let's cash. Let's go, nephew. Let's get it, my guy. Let's go. Tom Leach has 2 games. There's 1 game. Dolphins game is a pure D-Gen special. That is true, Tom Leach. But I think I got a play. I think I got an angle. We're going to talk about the game script. I think I've got the angle on it for you guys. He says, let's put the bookies on notice, even with the small slate. Vitalis in the house says Lions team total under 26.5. There's an interesting play. There's one I haven't heard yet today. Sometimes you got to measure them based on that when you get to this kind of slate in the day. Boy, let's go. Voodoo Ranger, Nick Folk, 2+ field goals. Tyreek Hill, 1+ rushing yards, +185. Wow. A-Chain, touchdown, +105. Oh, what happened to my monitor here? Everything seems so much harder to read today. Sammy Laporta, 50+ receiving yards. And Jalen Waddle, 1+ receiving. You know what I can appreciate about that? There's my dude. He's coming in. He's giving you a whole bunch of plus money looks. And frankly, looks like it, depending on the 2, if you go 2 for 3, you're going to grind out some cash in this card. I can appreciate it. Thank you for doing the hard work, my friend. I appreciate you rocking with us. Joseph Alvarado in the house. Love the sports money bit. Let's go, my guy. Let's go. Val Coots likes the Lions -3.5. There's KV live and under 11 hits. Atlanta Mets. Woo! There's one for you. A little hit prop. Let's go, KV. Justin McKelvey says sports money is money. Yeah, there's a hit prop. Dave Beckett says literally. Kelly V says Mets swinging away. Yeah, Keith says Perez sub made the night for us. LOL. I stumbled on that little French interview on like Tuesday, and they had the translator and KV, yeah. Usually that's it, right? My brother and I always talked about that. As you get going down the card, either the dog's been winning the co-main at 65%. So if the dog loses that co-main, yeah, you run it right back. It's tough. It's tough to be in some of those auto lands out there, but At that point in the game, they're just so tight, right? Voodoo Ranger says, Team A worried about Team B's rise. I like a Team A, Team B breakdown. And I don't think he's talking about any of the games tonight, if I'm not mistaken. If I could read between the lines. Let's go. Oldie says, Saturday was a full court press. Man, I'll tell you what, I was having a good time when we were done. Shout out to Tarek B. Let's live bet these two right on the air. What you got? We'll live bet this game too right on the air. Well, I gave you my play. I'm on the 1.5. What's the number look like for that now? Shout out to Chris Sella. Shout out to Markel. DJ Hardy, let's go. Markel says, I have 100-1. 2 touchdowns. Tony, I'm assuming Pollard, anytime touchdown. Dolphins -7, alternate spread. Can't be mad at that. I was mad at myself for missing a 2-touchdown prop with Derrick Henry. Made so much sense. Can't undo it. Can't undo it. Hindsight's 20/20. Kelly D says, will not bet old ass Geno Smith. Goff more passing yards than Geno, -108. Goff has been 300 passing yards this year. Let's go, Ice Viking. I'm set up for the Survivor Pool now. Jeff helped me out today. Still can't believe I won 2 duck races in a row. Dude, those ducks were fucked up. They were all bunched together the entire time. I've never seen that. And then it happened like twice. Back-to-back ducks that were all bunched up together. And then it was that one kick at the end where they kind of just all pushed forward, Ice Viking. Nice job. Shout out to Dana Delp. There's ZC33 says Sale hurt. Didn't look great in his last start. That's interesting. It's interesting. I kind of thought more of the play him tomorrow angle, but maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. I'm surprised it's not more of an all-hands-on-deck effort. I guess I really haven't been watching this second game. I watched that first game. It was fun. The afternoon there, I was nailed that first half, and I was excited to see how it kept rolling. Tom Leach is a handshake on the split. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Voodoo Ranger says both teams that play New York Mets and Atlanta have free round 2 tickets. Phillies get to buy. Let's go. Keith says it's amazing you won back-to-back. Barry says the Mets game was crazy. It was cool. It was cool. You know, that's what you want to see in a game like that, right? Like, I know it's baseball and the purist will say like a 2-1 game at the end is right where you want to be. I don't know, man. Those teams had everything to play for, and it was back and forth once they got to past the first 5. That was cool. That was fun. That was a cool game. KV says early baseball tomorrow. Detroit and the trash cans under 8. Move it. Rooting for Scooble. Probably a Nerfy too. Let's go. Chris Sala likes Achane over 93 yards, rushing and receiving, down from 95.5. You say a moonshot. Again, trying for the big score. You'll see. Let's get to it. Let's talk about it, you guys. Boy, are you crazy. Hell yeah, I'm crazy. I spent a little money. I made some good money this weekend. I'll spend a little of it tonight. And but I think it's calculated shots. I'm not just going to close my eyes and throw a dart. I haven't even started cocktailing yet. Irish King, I got you, man. I'm going to talk about touchdown props. Voodoo Ranger, shout out to you. The Seahawks are frauds. They played no one. I kind of agree with that. Peter Gracia, little surgery, but I'm back online. Stupid Bills kicker crushed my over last night. Those looked like shot. I'll tell you this, boys and girls. By the way, I did not miss it today. I wrote it down. Do not let me not tell you. Do not let me not tell you about the sharp play that I forgot to tell you about last week. So it did come in about 5 minutes before the game started, and trusted data. I got it from multiple data sources. So for what it's worth, they track some of those big sharper bettors, and at least simultaneously, they all reported the information. Shout out to T. Gray, says, missed you this morning. Let's get to it. A great night. T. Gray, appreciate you. It's Ramon in the morning, the more handsome of the online sports breakdown analysis team here at Sports Money this morning. But hey, he did it. He got the job done. I mean, hell, you got the baseball games factored in there. Tom Leach thinks he's on a Seahawks island. Tarek B, Titans for drive to end in a punt. Dana Delp likes a Walker anytime touchdown. Shout out to Andrew G. Let's go. Dana Delp likes Tony Pollard anytime touchdown. Step back, Jay. Seahawks defense looked looking Lions receivers locking Lions, excuse me, Seahawks defense locking Lions receivers up. I do think that secondary is pretty dynamic for Seattle. Trisha M says, hey, Al, good night and good luck. Trisha M, the boost hit last night for them Ravens. WTF. The pack tush pushed my duck to victory. It's like when they go into drafting positions, it's kind of what happened. Yeah, I wasn't there today. I wasn't there. I was there apparently, or at least I was the was the number one content creator so much. I should. I think I've earned the title. I've never seen that before. I mean, shit. Listen, more often than not, it's my content anyways. It's all good. Barry says, Huntley, first touchdown plus 1,400. Let's go, you guys. Let's get through this here. We only got 2 games, so let's not belabor it. I'm going to give you guys the stats and the splits. I'm going to tell you what I think about how the game's going to go, because we're not just going to come out here and, talk about the Monday Night Football trend galore. But in true analysis fashion, I'll give you guys some trends, did the research for you. I went deep. I got the ref report for you as well. I've got player prop, sharp action reporting. So, we'll do what we can with this, and I'll share with you guys my plays, and let's go. So my computer had like another massive update the other day, and everything got lumped. So the splits are interesting for this Dolphins-Titans game because, it opened up like shit. Preseason, it was like 9.5 or something like that. And it's dropped to 6.5, and it's now dropped to 2.5. But the numbers that I can derive from this thing here with 149,000 tickets, it's 51% of the bets on the Dolphins, but it's 72% of the cash on the Dolphins. Rebecca Evans. Hell yeah, Rebecca Evans. What's even more impressive about that is I was mad about the way the Penguins got Malkin out of Russia back when Malkin first came into the league. Kind of snuck him out overnight. And I was chapped at the Penguins for the longest time because of that, because it was like, hey, you basically stuffed another first-round drafter in there, and you literally snuck the guy out of Russia. If you've got to go look at the story, check it out. But now we got one. We got one. If I was going to get a Flyers jersey, it'd probably be his. It'd probably be his jersey. Why the hell not? Let's go. I don't really get. I mean, you see the jerseys behind me, but I don't really get in the jersey game. But I would if I was going to, especially if I had season tickets. You have to, right? It's almost mandatory. Let's go. Andrew G's here. Jerry Davis says Lions win, but Hawks may cover, but I don't really like it. And Jay Peasy says, "What's up, motherfuckers? Smash that like. Cost you nothing to hit that button." Peasy, I got to drop that Saturday song out there on Saturday. Trans Canada says, you know what hurts, Pam? What Aaron Dolan, my fiance, takes her ring off when she's on air live, but puts it on. You stay away. You stay away from EKD, Trans Canada. I told you already. Mike says, sounds like they generate their percentages and can generate any number they want to on percentages. We just use it as kind of a litmus test, right? And so some of the bigger cash is coming in on the Dolphins. We look at the total. It opened at 46. Who won? I don't remember who won the number one scumbag. I don't remember. Joe, was it me? Was it me at that point? I don't remember. I don't think it was me, was it? Might have been. I should have remembered. I don't know, man. I was having a good time. Afternoon card. I didn't start drinking till 1. Shout out to Skunt Blaster. Often imitated, never duplicated. Hashtag sports money. Hashtag number 1 YouTube creator. I added that one, Skunt. Appreciate you, my brother. Author of the Skunt Bag Play of the Day. Mike says, same as when a person says they're long on a stock but doesn't have to disclose their exotic position exposure. Yeah. I don't remember. I truly don't remember. I just remember getting in an Uber cab and fucking yelling at the guy the entire way to my destination. So I probably got some negative rating on that after. I actually thought about that yesterday. I was like, there's probably 100% chance this dude gave me a negative rating in Uber, which means now I'm going to have to pay more and fucking wait longer. But anyhow, totals dropped 46 down to 37.5. Here's the thing. As I look at this Dolphins team, I said this last week, the challenge that they had with, what was it, Stevenson? The challenge that I had, Tua Tagovailoa gets the ball from snap to deep faster than any team in the NFL. I was going to say NHL. I'm so ready for hockey. Faster than any team in the NFL. When you bring Stevenson in, to me, it was an easy play that he wasn't going to score a touchdown at that plus 175 rate because the fucking offensive line is suspect. Here's the thing. I said this, I hear that already. They spent all that money on wide receivers. They spent all that money on the cheetah. They spent all that money on Tua, which was the fucking craziest thing they ever could have done in the world. The guy's 8-time Swiss cheese victim. But they gave him his money. And who's going to have to pay the price? Well, the offensive line. You have to short that money from somewhere because of the economics of the game. And so Tua was able to, part of their decision-making in giving him that money and choosing to move it away from the line was because he does unorthodox things to get out of the lanes, to throw the ball down the field and create some deep contact or flip it out to any of those fast guys in the backfield. So Stevenson comes in. What do we get? Well, we don't get much better. I mean, the guy's barely competent and capable to know the playbook. Now, you bring in Huntley. Huntley was that backup. I know you guys know a lot of this, but this is the narrative as I see it for the game, right? Huntley was that backup for Baltimore, but when Lamar went down, he had a big season. Not a big season. I mean, he lost, but he got games in that season, I guess is what I meant to say by that, right? He actually got to get some playing time. What concerns me is Huntley's game shape. Now, I'd assume, these guys are professionals. Skylar Thompson, Jerry Davis. I don't know. I was thinking Ramondre Stevenson because another guy that fucking got me yesterday. Skylar Thompson. Yeah, Chris Mack. Yes. Skylar Thompson, boys. Sorry. But I'm concerned about the conditioning. We talk a lot about these, MMA fighters coming in on short notice and what's their gas tank look like. And that's kind of the thing that's got me, I think, probably most in tune with this situation. As I look at it, he didn't come in the preseason. They signed him when Tua goes down. So he's only had, 2 weeks to prep for this team. On the flip side, Will Levis. He had that hot smoke show in the draft. She looks so uninterested in being there whatsoever. He doesn't get drafted. I don't think this is why, but she dumps his ass. And now, now she's onward and upward. Outside of that, what I know is Levis throws more touchdowns or more interceptions to the other team than he does touchdowns. Points wise, Miami's averaging 11 a game, right? That's and the Titans, they haven't gotten themselves past 17 yet this season. So should this be a lower scoring game? Yeah. We'll look at these games here specifically. Non-divisional teams, +1 to -6. They lost their last meeting against the spread, are 23-1. They're winning by 8 points a game in those spots. That moves us a little bit to the Dolphin side of things. Miami Dolphins do favor that position. Miami is 6-0 after they lost as a favorite. With a little check in the box for this Miami Dolphins team. Now we look at these. Let's go to Clayton Bleekman. He's the ref for this game. Clayton likes the dogs. Underdogs are 56-39, 59% win ratio when Clayton Bleekman is the guy. When the spread's between +1 and +5, where the ref really can influence the game by a call here or there, the dogs are 30-16. That's now a 65% win percentage. They're also in the conference. Them dogs are 25-12. So I'm back and forth with this Miami game. Low totals that have dropped at least 4.5 points from the opening are 35-20 to the over. Totals 37 or below are 36-13 to the over. Now we kind of take this teams can't score. We got the ref likes the dogs. We got the Dolphins in a favorite role, should be the winner. We're back and forth. We're all over the place. The way that I looked at attacking this game, because I kind of tip my hat here. What I think needs to happen, here's the game plan of what needs to happen. Mike McDaniel has to use himself with the run to set the pass up motive that he's been doing pretty much his entire career. And he has kind of been coined as that statistician that can go out there and figure it out. The benefit that he's got going for him, he's got Hill and A-Chain to help use that rush to set up the pass. So it's an opportune situation. You look at these teams individually. The unders for the Dolphins are 3-0. The Titans are 2-1. Putting all these pieces together, I fire off a bunch of stats, right? The under for Mike McDaniel, 18-5. Dolphins are 18-5 straight up. 14-9 rather against the spread for the Dolphins as well. Here's what I think the game plan has to look like. If you're McDaniel, you have to keep the ball out of Levy's hands, leave his hands first. And you have to force him in that second half to have to make passing plays to bring his team back into the game. You got these running guys. What can we expect from an offensive play calling perspective? We have to run like split eyes, misdirections, running back flat plays. You have to run, running back draw plays. You just have to change the timing up so they can't just go out there and blitz on Huntley or he's fucking dead. And I'm concerned about his gas tank. So digging a little deeper, I looked at this one and I saw, what about the first half? What can we see for the first half in this game? Kind of surprising. I was a little surprised. I think the Titans be a second half team. They don't find a way. And it's kind of because they got the leash on Levi right now. Levis, whatever the fuck his name is. They got the leash on him. They can't let him make rookie mistakes early in the game that cost the team. We even heard the coach say in that Bears game, if we just punted the ball every time we got the ball, we would have had a better chance to win this game. I think it's an opportunity to take advantage of this first half. You look at some of these first half numbers and, interesting spots. Knowing that they're a second half team, the one thing I didn't really like here, where is it? Let me find it. Let me pull my numbers back up. I just lost it. I just lost my narrative. I thought I was clipping. And I just lost it. Let's see. Where'd it go? Fucking computer. Silence. Great. I feel so loud when I'm so quiet. Titans. Fits the narrative. 6 losses in a row in the first quarter against the AFC. They've also allowed the first touchdown 6 games in a row against the AFC. I think that fits the game plan for me. I think that's how they have to come into this thing. I don't want the full game because I'm concerned. I'm concerned Huntley gasses out. Now, I think what a great play would be. I haven't gotten there yet. I might. Let me stop beating around the bush. I'm on the first half for the Miami Dolphins. I got him at minus 125. Just the money line. If you want to take the 3-way in there, get yourself a nice little even money play on that thing. Because I do believe they got to use them weapons. They got to get them moving. Now, can this game go over when it's all said and done? Maybe. I don't know. It's a lot of turnovers from both quarterbacks. Not out of the realm of things to be able to go out there and have happen. But for me, I like the Dolphins. Now, I also did a same game parlay. So I got the Dolphins first half. Oh, shit. I meant to get this scrolling across the bottom. Sorry, guys. Thought that was interesting information. You see undefeated college football teams against the spread through the first 5 weeks of the college football season. So I'll keep that going down there just for you guys that are interested in this one. How about this? Tyreek Hill show. I wrap this thing around the narrative that I expect this game has to go through here. You're paying this guy, what, $35 million a year? That game that they had Tua come back at second half and they came back and won that game was a reflection of Tyreek Hill having that, 85-yard drive or whatever that got the team set up and kicked the shit out of him. And I would expect, especially McDaniel knew he was watching that Baltimore Bills game last night. What broke the back of the Bills early? King Henry. punching an 85 touchdown right down the Bills' throats. Now, I don't expect the cheetah to be running all over the place like that because they do have A-chain for that piece of it. But those flat plays that I talked about, the rollouts where he's trying to run a little off the, Huntley should be mobile, at least in the first half. It's a little flip. It's a little flip to the flat. There comes the cheetah, picks it up, and you just get the ball in the hands where the guy can make. If you guys ever played Madden football, you got to get that fast guy to the outside, however possible, and then he can rip it up the sidelines and continue to crush ass. And that's what I think he does here. I've got Tyreek Hill over 50.5 receiving yards. I've got him over 4.5 receptions. I got him to score an anytime touchdown. And the Miami Dolphins in the first half at plus 661. It's a little bit of that moonshot that I was telling you guys about. Maybe I'll look to live bet the second half. But the play I was thinking about taking here, just for a little sprinkle, because I'm not gonna tell you guys if I'm not gonna play it. But a little sprinkle, like maybe I got to look and see here. Maybe a quarter unit investment. Where is it? Let's see. Maybe you can know where I'm going with this. Where is it? Dolphins win the first half. Titans come back and win the game. Is priced at plus 750. Dolphins to win the first half and Dolphins to win the game is priced at plus 120. I don't necessarily know that I want to triple down, though, on this Dolphins to win the first half and the Titans to win the game. If it was tied and the Titans won the game, it'd be 1,700. I feel at some point this guy's got to fucking figure his shit out. This is a great game to get it done with, especially given the shortness of time that we've had on the roster with Huntley. But that's how I want to get started with this game here. I got Miami first half. I got the same game parlay. And let's see. What do you guys think about that? Tell me what you guys think about that. Keith says, Mike, good luck. I like the parlay. Let's cash. Mike says, that game they won 12 years ago was by 4 points. Bills quit in the first quarter. Yeah. Bills got fucked in that first quarter. They let up an 85-yarder. The only thing they could do after that was not let him do it again. And because of that, it opened up the play action. Anybody that, anybody that's played Madden knows the deal. You got to pick your poison. And it was over. I was even telling that to my brother last night. We were talking at halftime. I was like, this fucking team's over. Chris says if Levis even makes it to the second half. It'll be interesting. Skunt giving us the Titans money line and plus 3.5. This does have a weird feeling to this game. It does seem to me like it could be a happener. Now, the other thing I was going to give you guys here, as you're looking to make some assessments, is some of these other numbers, right? So some of the player props, things like that you want to be concerned with. I'm sorry, I forgot another one too. A quarter unit, literally a quarter unit for me. Nothing more because it's such a big number. Braxton Berrios, anytime touchdown. Now it rates high in the dashboard. It rates high in the dashboard because the price of this guy against the number of snaps that he can go out there and get. But Braxton Berrios, anytime touchdown. Why not him? Let me see. Let me look. Where'd he go? Anytime touchdown scorer. 1,400. Plus 1,400 for a wide receiver. You don't know what the hell's going to happen in this game. Could he be that guy? Here's the thing. Slot receiver. Can he be that guy once they start that shutting down the flat where he books his ass on that slant across the middle at like 20 yards out, finds a way to get free and then uses his speed to score a touchdown? Maybe. And that was worth it for me at 1,400. So a couple spots for you guys there. That was the last play I was looking at, I guess. Let's go to game number 2. Game number 2. We'll keep it moving. We'll get her shut down. Get everybody rolling here for their Monday Night Football. Somehow we're still deep into content here. That's what happens. That's how you become the best YouTube content creator. TransCanada. Love it. I'm really looking for you guys to steer me on some of this stuff here. I need to see what you guys are on to try to get involved with this thing here. Just in the ESPN panel are 23-1 on dogs. They're hot at the moment. Yeah. That's what led me to thinking the Titans can come back and win that game. I'll probably look to live. I guess I got to see. Like, I knew that I wasn't going to live bet the Bills because they were just flat. They couldn't do shit in that second half or the first half. And we talk about it all the time. The team can't do shit. What, something was going to miraculously change in the second half? Maybe it could, but not with that game and those stakes and that revenge situation that was out there. Seahawks and Lions. Voodoo Rain. Dude, I thought there was 2 games to think about. There was 2 games. I knew on Thursday that we were going to be in, well, I mean, I say I knew, right? But like most of us knew that it was going to be like this on Monday for the Major League Baseball. So we had all weekend to kind of putz around and think about how those games are going to play. I had all day to sit around to exactly how I thought these guys were going to play, and that's it. So I'm going to put my money around it. David Wallace. These games suck. Going to follow you. I thought you were going to say these games suck to follow you. I missed that. All right, Lions and Seahawks. Anybody see, by the way, as the punter was out there kicking punts for the Bears, the odds of them making the playoffs continued to go up. By the end of the game, they were an 8% odds to make the playoffs. Remember what I said? Bears to win the division. The Lions and the Seahawks. Reverse movement. Opened at 5.5, down to 4. 186,000 ticket count. 54% of the bets and 67% of the cash on the Lions. Yet it's come down 1.5 points. 49 is the total. It's down to 47. We've got reverse movement there as well. 69% of the bets and 69% of the cash. We started off and say this. I don't believe the Seahawks should be 3-0. Now they are, and you can only play who's in front of you. So, we'll give them some credit for going out there and, getting to 3-0, right? I mean, what are you going to do? You tell me to go beat the shit out of this team. I beat the shit out of this team, and that's all there is to it. But when you change coaches, you got Geno Smith in the quarterback role. They handled Miami. Miami was a gift last week. Face it. He was such a gift that on Friday I knew Skylar Thompson wasn't scoring a touchdown. And I gave it out on the video. Beating New England, 23-20, doesn't cover the spread, but it's at New England. That's probably the only big strength they had in that component. And then Denver, 26-20, again, don't cover the spread. So they're clawing. They're scrappy. Flip side, you got a 2-1 Detroit Lions team. 26-20, covers the spread against LA. Loses 20-16 against Tampa Bay, but don't look now. Baker Mayfield's got them boys fired up. Now, they were a big 7.5-point favorite, so it's obviously an issue to lose that game. But I read that stat there 2 weeks ago that said these boys are ready to run through a wall. I bet on Baker last week. I overreacted to them running through the wall. That was my only loss in my circuit picks. It is what it is. Now they go out there and they beat up Arizona, 20-13. Arizona plays a tough game against Buffalo. I hate to play the latter game, but they play a tough game against Buffalo. They get fucked by this Washington's team who just had a huge win. And all of a sudden, Janie Daniels looks like he could run for president. That being said, though, as I looked at this game, as I started looking at the numbers, we still fall back to some of those narratives I talked about with the first game. Non-divisional teams between +1 and -6 are 23-1-1 if they lost the last meeting against the spread. What that really means is when it's a close game, right? The books aren't expecting it to be a full-fledged blowout. In a close game, they're looking at it saying, you're deflating that team that just came off an ATS loss. You're getting a better number because they just lost against the spread. And that over-adjustment by the books leads to a 23-1-1 spot out there. It does say Lions. It supports this team. I thought to myself, looking at these games, one goes over, one goes under. Seems easy to say this one's going to go over, doesn't it? This game should crush the number. But yet here we are with reverse line movement. Everything's been coming down. And we know that these passing secondaries are electric. So what does that mean? Well, you got to keep the ball on the ground. You got to prevent that secondary, at least from Seattle's perspective, from taking control. And we've seen Jared Goff roll some stinkers, right? We don't want to see that. When you look at the player prop pricing out there, it supports that narrative. David Montgomery and Jamari Gibbs are the number 1 and number 2 guys in terms of touchdowns or cost of touchdown. What am I trying to say there? The minus 120 and minus 110. They're the biggest favorites on the card. I was going to tell you guys too, most bet trend. 99% of the bets are on Tony Pollard over 12.5 rushing attempts. 99% of the bets, Tony Pollard over 99.5 rushing attempts. Wanted to get that out there. All right. Steam report, the sharp action report came in. I'm going to play it because it cashes. I'm fucking pissed I didn't give it to you guys last week. Start off with this one. Smith Najigba. I was on him a couple times last year. I couldn't say his name, but plus 255 anytime touchdown. Quarter unit at plus 1900 on his first touchdown. That's a full-fledged sharp analysis. Pay for these services to come in and give this information. Want to use it to our advantage. I'm looking to use it to our advantage, and I'm taking it. Also in the lines of anytime touchdowns, I parlayed Tyreek Hill with David Montgomery. I gave you guys a David Montgomery, I think it was Monday Night Prop a couple weeks ago, and he got it there in overtime. I'm running back to it. That one is priced at plus 4. Let me see. Fuck. Mets go down 3-0. Nobody told me. Tyreek Hill, David Montgomery, plus 413 on FanDuel. Anytime touchdowns. So there's 2 touchdown looks for you guys in this game and couple back with that previous game. I was looking at this one, and what did I kind of think about? The biggest thing about it is I think that, we are due for some Seahawks regression. I think that the best running game certainly is going to be on that Detroit side of things. When they win, they're winning by, they're beating teams up. We just talked about the ability to cover by margin. And when you look at Dan Campbell, he comes from the old school thought process of football. Ground and pound, run the clock, tickety-tock, knock them out. And what happens by that is you wear down that other team's defensive line. The secondary is going to have to start making some compromises to fill those gaps. They're going to have to start putting 6 guys in the box so you don't have David Montgomery and Jamari Gibbs busting your ass up the middle. So you put these guys in the box. Now what happens? Well, that does open Sammy Laporta. That does give the guy at a 40.5 spot for, Amari St. Brown. Amari St. Brown. Another guy to take a look at out there. I liked Laporta's over 38.5 receiving yards. I thought that fits, the tight end, to me, complements the strategy you have when you're looking to see a running game. You see these guys get moving. You look for the slants across the middle. Let me talk about Alex Kemp. He's the ref that's out there. 53 and 43 to the over in his last 96 games. 7% ROI. It's about a 55% win ratio. If it's between 45 and 50, he's 19 and 12. So the numbers go up 61%. If the home team's also the favorite, Detroit tonight, 12 and 6 for a 67% ROI. If they're in the conference, it goes up to 9 and 2 for an 82% opportunity out there. I teased it. Teased these two together. I took the Detroit Lions plus 2, and I got the over 41. It's now down to 40.5 if you do that at FanDuel. So I got the touchdown looks. I've got the plays on. I wanted to cover the bases with what I envisioned Hill and Montgomery to do out there at a plus 4-1 my money. But this teaser, a little old school, I'm going to go to that over with that 41 I got it at. It's now 40.5 at FanDuel. And, I know they say kind of the old school myth, don't take the team. I was just talking to my boy about this last night. You don't take the team through 0, but fuck them. I just think they win this game, and it's going to be a plus 2. So given those home trends in a plus 2 spot, a single play makes the difference here. We've got the ref report in our favor. Hopefully, in the history of the rest of this fucking show, there is no more just 2 games to look at. What's he say here? Arthur Yamamoto. Maybe I'm upset because of the lackluster performance your group put up. Dude, we crushed. I I crushed quite a few spots, dude. I that plus 1,100, plus 200, plus 1,200. Stop. Arthur Yamamoto. Phony props. All right, dude. You know what? We play in a zero fucking tolerance world, bro. I'm going to get you. You were probably gotten already, unfortunately. And somehow you slipped through the goalie. But we're going to get you again here. Bear with me. Oh, I'll have to copy and paste your ass and get you later. It's all good. That's going to do it for us, you guys. Those are the plays that I'm on for this game here. This weekend was okay, despite what Arthur Yamamoto says. But I think this is an opportunity here. Lessman, Mikey, LOL. Raiders beat Ravens. Broncos over Jets. Seattle just taking care of business. Seahawks, money line. Still love your looks. Hey, look, man, all I can do is give you guys what I think is going to happen. It is what it is. It's the way we're going to try to get paid on the action. But, there we go. You fuck around, you're going to find out. Unfortunately, Arthur Yamamoto is going to be a guy that can only find out from afar going forward. We're in a zero tolerance world, man. You want to go play with the clowns, jump in the circus. We're here to make money, give you guys the best looks I can after grinding on the card all day. And I hope you guys make some cash. I hope we hit a couple bombs. We'll see what happens out there. As I mentioned to you guys, I think this is a good opportunity just to, lower the investment, take some shots, and find a way to get them big units. It's the experience in capping that tells me, listen, don't go crazy on these sides. But I think Miami wins that first half. Gave that one to you guys at a minus 125. I like this teaser and the over in this Detroit game. I like them touchdown props I gave you. The same game parlays up on the screen again for you guys. And I think we're going to find a way to get some money. So that's the way we do it, you guys. Appreciate everybody on the way out the door. Hit that thumbs up button. I know we spent 52 minutes. Well, in all fairness, it takes us like 20 minutes to get going. You guys got to get in here faster. If you guys can get in here faster, I can get started faster. We can get the hell out of here faster on a two-player card. So clowns go to the circus, but everybody else is welcome to attend what we do here at Sports Money. It's pre-gaming. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll talk about how these games resulted for us. Win, lose, or draw, we're still going to show back up tomorrow. Give you guys the best breakdown we can for Tuesday, the first day of October. Can you believe that? Already in the fourth quarter, October 1st. Where did the time go, man? I appreciate you guys. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. And looking forward to seeing what happens with these games here. Have some fun. Enjoy a cocktail. Take it easy. Save the big bullets for future games here. We have a small card today, but we'll be back with MLB, WNBA, and we'll talk some more sports tomorrow as well. Appreciate everybody hanging out tonight.